Critical Role spoilers, Dimension 20's finale, and a brand new D&D Gold Dragon.
I love gold!
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, our weekend news rundown. Today, we're talking about the latest episode of Critical Role, the finale of Dimension 20, and a brand new Gold Dragon design by Dungeons & Dragons. Now remember, if you like these kinds of news videos, be sure to like and subscribe so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news. Tragedy strikes in Critical Role as a fan-favorite ship appears to be over, at least for now. Imogen and Laudna have effectively broken up, as Laudna refuses to let go of her connection with Delilah Briarwood, that is. Now, Laudna believes that Delilah can be used as a tool, and she would do everything to complete the mission. Now, of course, Imogen doesn't take too kindly to this and leaves her with a devastating line about how they'll miss their cottage, which of course is a reference to their relationship earlier and wanting to live together in isolation.
I'm gonna miss our little cottage, though.
On the plus side, Bell's Hells got new outfits, with Orm and Dorian having some subtle nods to a possible ship connection, although Dorian is also wearing gold now because that's reserved for the first son of his family, and his older brother, of course, is now dead. We also got a nod to Exandria Unlimited, where Orm willingly gives up Odahan's sword to show that he cares about Laudna more, just like Dorian gave up the crown of the Spider Queen because he cared about Orm more.
I care about you more than this. It does not bother me.
So we got another little ship nod there. We also ended the episode with a potential tease of Sam's new character, with the group going to the ruins of Aeor and discovering a group of dead Ruby Vanguard users, one of which appears to have been possessed by divine magic, that is the magic of the gods, to slaughter the others. So it seems like Sam's new character could be a cleric that's ultra aggressive and really hates the Ruby Vanguard. Of course, that would fit nicely with the party, which is a little bit lacking in healing. But we'll find out in a couple of weeks.
Come with me. Come on.
Meanwhile, Dimension 20 ended its junior year season with a classic mix of high stakes, emotional gut punches, and chaos. The bad kids fought and defeated Porter, the evil barbarian class teacher who Fig had suspected since Fancy High freshman year.
I'm here to spy on Porter.
You just walked in the middle of the class and told me.
The party also beat their rivals, the Rat Grinders, but Fig ended up having to go on the run when she decides to take credit for her actions that were a bit shady that the group was previously going to blame on the Rat Grinders. Now, the season ended with a pretty obvious setup for Season 4, with Fig on the run and Buddy Dawn, the cleric of the Rat Grinders, summoning Kalina, a major antagonist from past seasons, who had been reborn as a new god of rage. So, it definitely seems like we'll be getting a senior year sometime in the future.
Junior year, it's been a blast.
Over on comicbook.com, hey, that's us! We interviewed D&D's head of art, Josh Herman, about the new Gold Dragon redesign. The Gold Dragon is now a big noodly boy and is part of a wider redesign of the dragons to give them more unique qualities and make them feel distinct within pop culture. Now, we did a ton of talking with Josh. It was a great interview, and I highly encourage you to check out the full interview down at comicbook.com. There's a link in the description. Paizo has officially released Howl of the Wild, a new rulebook that adds 6 new ancestries, new spells, new animal companions, and a ton of new monsters and animal stat blocks to the game. Like other Pathfinder rulebooks, this is framed with a narrative story, namely a naturalist and their crew on an airship looking for 4 legendary beasts. Now, we've taken a look at the book. We haven't done enough to get a full review, but what we've seen, it's a blast and definitely worth reading even if you're not a Pathfinder player, simply for inspiration for your own fantasy tabletop RPG game. And speaking of Paizo, be sure to join me Saturday at PaizoCon Online. I'll be talking with some other tabletop RPG journalists in a panel at 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, and that's on Paizo's various streaming channels, so be sure to
Check this out.
Mike Merles is one of 6 new hires at Chaosium that was announced this week. Merles is a former creative director at Wizards of the Coast and the co-designer of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and he joins Chaosium as the executive producer of RPGs. Chaosium also announced several new hires for a newly formed board game studio. You may remember that they are working on a board game based on Horror on the Orient Express. They also announced a new VTT developer and a digital content specialist.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
And finally, if you're looking for some really interesting and bizarre viewing, HBO has released the first trailer for its new Renfair documentary, which comes out on June 2nd over on Max. This appears to be an absolutely bonkers look at a succession battle over the Texas Renaissance Festival. The trailer looks, well, wild, and I think that it's going to be one of the talks of the summer. So like I said, Renfair comes out June 2nd, and I have a feeling we'll be talking about that on the channel soon.
It'll be fun.
That's all you got in your bag of tricks?
Don't ever underestimate me.
So that's all the news that we have for you this week. Let us know what your favorite story was in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.